You want to give me a thumbs up or?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, awesome. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our program preview session today. We will be highlighting some construction programs as well as some manufacturing programs. Before we start, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Jessica Franco Morales, and I am one of the career coaches at NWTC, our Green Bay campus. So really the purpose of this program preview today is to highlight some of the programs, but also give you the tools, how you can navigate our program page and resources so you can use them whenever you feel that it's best. So without further delay, we are going to go ahead and start. I'm just on our main page. You can find it at nwtc.edu. I like to hover over academics and then click on our fields of interest. This will bring you to our fields of interest page, which highlights the 13 career and program clusters that we have at the college. Like I said, as I'm scrolling through, there are many different clusters focused on specific areas, but today we're going to start with our architecture and construction. So I will go ahead and click on the cluster. The main program page shares a little bit of information about the programs in the cluster. Some of them also have some videos that are really cool to watch if you have the time. However, I do want to point out there is this key at the top on the right-hand side. This outlines what programs are available. So an associate's degree is typically a 2-year program. So you can see the programs, construction management, electricity, for example, is an associate's degree. We also have technical diplomas, which you can see are electricity, carpentry, and heating, ventilation, and air cooling. We also have programs that are certificates. These are typically programs that are about a semester long. And then particularly in the construction and manufacturing areas, we have programs that are called, we have apprenticeships. And so for those of you who don't know, apprenticeships are on-the-job training. If you're interested in pursuing an apprenticeship, the first thing you have to do is apply directly to the company that is offering an apprenticeship in that specific trade. So I just want to take a couple minutes. Let's say you are interested in the HVAC apprenticeship. You would click that. And the one main thing I want to highlight about this is this contact, okay? We're not going to go in depth as far as the process for applying or pursuing an apprenticeship, but I do want to show you the contact information where you can get more details if that's something that you are interested in. Awesome. So we're going to go back. Again, this program cluster also houses the architecture side of construction. And so if you scroll down, you can see some of those programs outlined here. But for the purpose of today, I would like to highlight our carpentry program. So we click on carpentry. As a reminder, this is a technical diploma. The nice thing about technical diplomas is that they are focused on the technical skills that a student will need to be successful in the workforce. What that means is you won't have to take a lot of additional classes or additional general education classes as part of your curriculum. The curriculum is highly focused on the skills you will need to succeed in the workforce. Before we jump to the curriculum, I do just want to say the first thing you'll see on the program page is a little blurb that tells you about what the program entails. Again, carpentry is pretty self-explanatory, but has a focus on hands-on skills. Students will work on the framing, as well as flooring, roofing, stair building, and also some cabinetry that is involved in this program as well. On the right-hand side, you do have some rough numbers. If those are if you're interested in seeing those, you can click what careers are in your future. Again, this is a little self-explanatory, but if you're interested, it's there nonetheless. Before we hop on to how do you get started in this program, I really want to take a moment to look at what will you learn. This is my favorite piece of information that is found here on the program pages because it gives you the curriculum right in front of you. So if you take a look at the classes, and this is something that as you're looking at the classes you will be taking, you feel excited, you feel motivated, it piques your interest, then that's typically a really good sign. If you're looking at the classes and you're not sure, you can always click on each class and it does give you a description, a short description of what the class entails. Also, this is a good tool if you look at the classes and you're not getting the reaction that you would expect, it's not piquing your interest, and that's also a good sign and also a good piece of information as well. As you can see, technical diploma is typically 2 semesters long, and so you can see that reflected in the curriculum. You will learn everything you need to know. So a lot of the time students ask, do I need to have some background in carpentry? Do I need to come in with a certain set of skills? The answer is, if you have those technical skills or some background already, then props and kudos to you, but those are not needed. You will learn everything that you need to know throughout the course. A couple things I want to point out. So if you're going through the curriculum and you see some classes, OSHA is typically the one I get a lot of questions about. This is just making sure discussing some safety protocols and procedures that are involved in the trade. College 101 is a class that all students at NWTC have to take, and it is a class that's preparing you to transition into the college setting. But as you can see, the rest of the classes are specifically focused on the skills you will be learning. Alrighty, and then if you're interested in and you're excited, you're ready to start, but you still have some questions on how do you get started in this program, you can always click that tab. It gives you the semesters where we are accepting applications. So this particular program is a fall start program. So if you are interested, the fall semester is right around the corner. So please do not delay in submitting an application. Also, if you're interested in applying, you would submit an application, you would send in your transcripts, we would make sure that you meet the program benchmarks, and then you would be ready to register for classes. Last piece of information I wanted to share with you all is program cost. I do get a lot of questions about the cost of going to college, and so you can use this information. It's an estimate, so it's a give or take, but I want to make sure that you're aware that it's an estimate for the total program cost. So this includes all of the classes for the 2 semesters, tuition, as well as schools. Righty. Today we have a really cool opportunity. My coworker Andrew is actually on campus, and he is going to show us around the carpentry lab.
Yeah, so while our campus is closed and we're all wearing masks, I just took mine off so you can actually hear what I'm saying while I'm in the lab, but we wanted to be able to show off some of the spaces that we have. And so this is one of 2 of our carpentry lab areas where students are actually constructing things and building them. And you can see behind me one of the projects that students are working on, and that is a cabin. And so they work on some projects that then they get donated into the community. And one of the things that I think is a common misconception, and like, thank you so much, Jessica, for talking about carpentry, because this was a really easy transition. But students think that they're only going to be working with wood, or they're only going to be framing, or they're only going to be working with houses. But of course, you're working with a lot of different materials. You can see behind me, obviously, they're learning how to install roofing and doorways, and it could be built with a metal frame instead of wood. How to install windows, all of the different elements that it takes in order to build something, whether that be a smaller project like this, a home, a business. There's lots of different opportunities to work within that. And so, students are going to get all of those different hands-on opportunities. I was worried it was going to be too noisy. The rain started while we were presenting, and it just suddenly stopped. But one of the advantages of working inside is that you get to learn all of these skills without having to be out in the elements right away. So you're learning in a little bit safer environment. And then, of course, once you've mastered those skills, you'll be able to take them into the outside. So this is one of our lab areas, but we just wanted to share that with you today.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. I do think it's really important that our students have the opportunity to work on live projects and give back to the community. You know, so if you happen to be building a shed for the new zoo, you know, you can walk by and say, I had a hand in building this and giving it back to the community. That is certainly a special experience. So thank you, Andrew, for sharing. We are going to go ahead and transition to some of our manufacturing programs. So again, I will just start right back up at our main page. I hover over academics, and then I click on fields of interest. This takes you back to our program page that highlights all of the clusters that we have here at the college. So we just looked at construction. We are going to go down to manufacturing and talk a little bit about those programs as well. So again, once you're at the main program page, there's some general information about the manufacturing field. Again, you see the key that is used to outline what programs we have. So if you're interested in the manufacturing field, you know, there are associate degree programs that we have. And again, associate degrees are typically a 2-year program. There's technical diplomas, of course, which are typically a 1-year program. Certificates, typically about a semester long, and then apprenticeships as well. I want to point out that our manufacturing programs or manufacturing area are looking for and training highly skilled individuals. And so sometimes people have a certain perception of manufacturing, of it being hard labor or of it being dirty work. But actually, you know, manufacturing in the 2020 and the 21st century is a highly skilled and high demand field. We have programs that are focused on engineering and technology. So you can see we offer associate's degrees in various engineering and technology areas. Some of these engineering programs also transfer on to a 4-year university. So students have an opportunity to start here at NWTC, get their associate's degree in engineering technology, and then transfer those credits to a 4-year university and graduate with a bachelor's in engineering technology. So that's a great opportunity that is available to you all. Also, if you're more interested on the manufacturing production and process development, we have programs in supply chain management, automation engineering technology. These are programs, you know, I think about big manufacturing plants like Georgia Pacific, for example, and all of the logistics that goes into production. If that is something that interests you, definitely taking a look at some of these programs, I would highly recommend. The program that I am going to choose to focus on today, though, is going to be CNC machinist. It is a technical diploma. It is a technical diploma, and actually, fun fact, CNC for computer numerical control. It took me a while to get that right. But in this program, this is a hands-on program where students essentially take pieces of metal and learn to program and code a CNC machine. So the piece of metal is then molded into the final product, which could be a die cut, it could be a part to a machine. It really, the possibilities are endless. And I think this is a good time before we jump into the curriculum and the other details of the program page, I think it's a good time for Andrew to show us some of the CNC machines and maybe talk a little bit about the lab.
Yeah, I actually moved around, and hopefully you can see it behind me. It's kind of hard to see what's on my screen, but also being
And
close.
I think, Andrew, I'm sorry. I think maybe if I stop sharing, it'll make that screen a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna
That would be great.
stop sharing. Okay.
Thanks. So can you still hear me back here? I want to make sure my microphone's working all right. So you can see one of the CNC machines behind me, and certainly we do have students that go through the one-year technical diploma and learn how to operate these machines and be very precise in it. And really, the 2-year associate degree is a little bit more focused on learning how to maintain the machines, how to program them, how to fix them if anything's going on, and they're going to be programming machines to be very precise and create different parts, like Jessica mentioned. Like, here's an example of one, and you can see, this would have started out as a larger piece of metal, and then it was machined down into this. There's some ridges on the side. It might be kind of hard to see with my webcam, and then obviously this hole. And it's really important, regardless of whatever the part is, that this is super accurate. The measurements, in fact, probably are so precise that they can't even necessarily always be seen by the human eye. But when you're creating different parts for different machines, to make sure that those parts are going to last a long time, you need to make sure that they're really precise. So students are learning on all sorts of machines. There's tons of them behind me. I don't even know that I know what most of them do, but you're going to learn how to operate all of those and maintain them, and probably most importantly, learning how to program them to create the right parts.
Awesome. Thank you, Andrew. I'm going to go back to sharing my screen and take us back to the program page. Oh, I got to click share. Okay, awesome. So yes, like Andrew said, this is it's a hands-on program, but also a program that is also highly skilled, right? You need a certain set of skills to be able to program these machines that are very precise in the products that they create. And so also this is specifically an area in a profession where there is a lot of high demand. With all advanced manufacturing careers, particularly CNC machinists, a lot of the machinists are nearing retirement age, and we really do need a younger workforce to be able to step in their shoes when they're no longer there. So did want to mention that. Again, as we navigate through the rest of this program page, if you're interested in learning a little bit more about what careers are in your future, you can see the careers that are outlined here. The career that I'm most familiar with is a CNC operator, which Andrew talked a little bit more about, a machinist. So these are the folks who analyze and lay out the metal stock and set up and operate the machines. If you're a little bit more interested in maintenance and want to work on a machine, maybe once it has broken down and you like to problem solve, definitely a lot of opportunities in this particular program. Second, I always like to jump to what will I learn first, because I think having a look at the curriculum before you commit to a is really helpful. So again, there's that College 101 class. Students at NWTC take that class as an introduction to the college environment. But for the most part, you can see that the curriculum is particularly focused on making sure students have those skills and develop those skills so that they're able to be ready and successful for the workforce. You will have some blueprinting that is part of the program, machining, as well as some metallurgy classes as well. So overall, a two-semester program, which falls in line with the template of a technical diploma. Oh, there is some math involved, but please do not fret. There's only a couple math classes. I know I have students who ask me if that plays a big role in the program. And you know what? If you can get yourself to 2 math classes and then focus on what you're interested in. So no worries there. Once again, if you're interested in the program cost, this gives you an approximate estimate of the total program cost. So just make sure you remember you're looking at the total cost when you're looking at these numbers. Well, I think that is all of the information that I had to share today. It looks like, Andrew, you've moved once again.
I keep moving around. I'm still in our CNC lab, but I got a little bit better angle for everybody. But just wanted to say a big thank you to Jessica for sharing all that information. Obviously, there's a lot of opportunities in manufacturing. There's a lot of opportunities within construction, and there's tons of different programs that you can explore using really the same program pages that Jessica showed you, and all of our program pages will follow that outline. So we just wanted to let you know we're still around. So the career coaching team is here to help you out. If you have any questions about any of the programs that we offer, and specifically manufacturing and construction, feel free to reach out to us. You can call, there's a phone number on the bottom of every page of the website. It's 920-498-5444, and that will get you in touch with our call and welcome center, and they'll get you in touch with us. You can leave a comment on this video. You can email careercoach@NWTC, and we'll be happy to get back in touch with you and answer whatever kind of questions you may have at this point. So thank you very much for attending. Thank you, Jessica, again for leading, and hope everybody has a great day.